present a company that we made up, and we believe has extremely powerful potential. This is our team. The board you can see is here. Behind me, these two sexy assistants, and of course, let's start to get serious now. First of all, Fox Mac is mainly the main kind of competitor of McDonald's. It's going to be basically Polish McDonald's, where we're going to use local Polish products to make basically McDonald's. So it's going to be a fast food specially designed for Polish population. It's going to bring out a small tone of patriotism and can create a substantial competition for McD's. And to beat McDonald's on cost, we'll use local products, as I mentioned. The industry characteristics are that in Poland, people choose to eat fast food restaurants like 58% of the time, and we didn't make this up. There's a source right here. And most restaurants specialize in like really few dishes, and restaurants include national and regional chains, franchises, and independent operators.
Oh yes, just to compare, our prices and McDonald's prices, is that we actually aim to have much lower prices than McD. So in McD you have the cheeseburger and hamburger like nearly for 3.5 Z's. It used to be 3 Z's, otherwise it's free. We want to have it for 2 Z's. The Big Mac is 8.5 Z's. Our Gruber Pound will be for 6 Z's. The French fries at McD are 5 Z's. We want to have our Gymnasty for 3 Z's and optional with Coca-Cola for 3.5. Also we have Coca-Cola, Fanta and Sprite. We don't believe in overpaid American soft drinks. So we're going to use our Polish national traditional drinks like Fish, Coca-Cola, and of course the Polish compote. My chicken is 8 Z's. No, like I actually prefer to have a kebab like my chicken nowadays. Our kura bułka is going to be for 5 Z's. And as you see, the McPie actually is not 4 Z's. I was mistaken, it's 3.5. Our kawka and pączki will be for 2 Z's. The ice cream is 4 Z's. It's with sauce though, or our ice cream will be without sauce for 2 Z's. And the fish is 6 Z's.
Well, surely for low market.
I'll introduce like the main burgers that we're gonna have. So the main thing, of course, the most famous thing is the cheeseburger, right? We're gonna bring back to Poland what McDonald's took away from all of us, which is the cheeseburger for 2 Z's each. The Rubicon is the kind of substitute for the Big Mac, which is gonna be, like, as he said, and the Mac chicken. And then we have the Mac fish, yeah, that's what it's called, or we're going to have also Polish fish in it. Extras will be, the French fries will be like potatoes, real, that people will be cutting it up and giving up. Of course, with extra cost. If you want cosmetic, you can pay extra. And this is, the already mentioned. The drinks. Also mentioned that just to add on that comfort will be a seasonal food because you cannot always get all the
The first one is the hangover menu. We chose to call it Jewel menu because when you're on the hangover in the morning you really want to get some food, so it's gonna be something cheap because usually when you go out you spend all your cash, right? All of us have that. We go out and we feel like the richest people in the world, and then when you're about to go home, you see that your pockets are empty. So it's gonna be 2 cheeseburgers or 2 hamburgers with twice the potatoes and a drink. Then we have the Głodomor menu. It's for really for people that are really starving. So then you can choose the gruby ham, the carb, or the kura. Of course, you also get a cheeseburger for 2 Z's and the ziemniaczowe and a drink for 11 Z's. And the Bambina menu is for the kids, where you have a cheeseburger, you have the potatoes, you have a drink, and of course a dessert. Those spoiled kids, huh? And just to show you how we are gonna compete with McDonald's, you see our cheeseburgers, of course we're gonna use totally Polish products. It's gonna be the Polish Kaiserka. We're still negotiating with the company if we're gonna have the Kaiserka by itself or Kaiserka with sesame. Still unknown. And we're gonna use the scab. We're gonna use scab in all our burgers. And of course, Polish local ketchup and Polish local cheese. In our Big Mac, beside that, we're also going to use eggs, because Polish people like eggs. And of course, we're going to use the żołkiewka, right? The fries, as we showed you, is going to be potatoes, optional with koperek for cheese. Here we have all our drinks and the mac chicken. The only thing that is different between mac chicken and the Big Mac, or not the Big Mac, the grube ham, is that it's also going to be with kapusta. So, our desserts is going to be hałka, totally Polish, right? And the polsek. Lody, we choose to cooperate with Coral. It's a good, solid Polish company. And the McFish, we're going to use the Polish carp, which also is going to be with kapusta. And our stores will also, or our restaurants will also sell alcohol. So, the cost of production, we used really rough estimates because we estimated for 300,000 pieces a year on all our products. So, it's really like estimated, but we calculated that our cheese at Wika 7 level best is going to be for 1.1 Z's, the cost of production. Grube ham 3 Z's. Kura is going to be 2.15, and the carb for 3 Z's. The cost of production of potatoes, we actually contacted a firm and we found potatoes for 46 G's, like 46 grosze a kilo. Near Lubi. 46 G's, you have a kilo of potatoes. So our cost of production of one portion of potatoes is 0.7 G's. I think that's a really good price. And the koperek is 0 Z's because we're gonna produce it by ourselves in the restaurant. The alcohol content is 0.7 and the ice cream 0.9. The soft drink is 0.15 because we're gonna using dispensers. So competition, depending on the city, because we aim at like smaller cities, not the bigger cities, but smaller cities between 50,000 and 200,000 people. So we have KFC, McDonald's, Subway, gas stations, Burger King, and local mothers. So their strategies, you all know McDonald's, I'm loving it. Burger King, have it your way. Subway, eat fresh. KFC, so good. And mothers, mama knows what's best.
According to our business, we believe in our competitive advantages. It's the first choice is the alcohol. None of these restaurants offer an alcohol. And when you're on hangover, you can benefit from it. Delivery home. KFC does it. Subway, I think, also. But we're gonna charge additional service for that delivery. And maybe KFC just does it, and I don't know about Subway exactly. We'll be focused also on the local products. that's why we believe we will locate our business in one region to stay close to our suppliers, like close to Lago, because Zbyszko has his headquarters and factory. Moreover, these suppliers from the area of Killin will also supply us with vegetables and any other local products. We believe next that lower variable costs, since the transportation and revenue is cheaper in these regions, since the rate of unemployment is pretty high, the black market is pretty popular, so people have some money to spend on such idea, I think. We'll try to introduce some black PR on our competitors. Like we found out that there's a lot of rats going through McDonald's restaurants and so on, mainly on Facebook, on other portals. On it,
Our employees will also talk bad, like whenever our employees, like say at a family dinner or at the New Year's Eve, they always have to talk bad about our competition. Like, I just found a rat in my cheeseburger, I just found a hair in my cheeseburger, I get cold meals wherever I go, you know, like we are all the way.
We believe also in CSR policy, so we will support pensionaries who cannot find a job because it's an issue in Poland when they are older than 60, 55 years old, and you are not able to find a job, especially in the region where our business will be located. So the cost will be of employing such people will be lower. Planned action to cut our costs. We'll try to do some things by ourselves, like growing the cooperative close to the restaurants. There will be a possibility of refilling your own cup or bottle to save 50 groszy on your meal. Compost will be produced locally by grandfathers, and cucumbers will be always kiszone, and you will always find it in our restaurants. Some finances. This table is considers only one restaurant because we plan to have a chain, but this is only for one. As you can see here, we plan to be profitable. It's an optimistic scenario, so after the third year, we plan to have some profits. We decided to invest really huge amount of money into marketing. Costs of goods sold will rise, as you can see, with our revenues will rise. Rent will be slightly low, since such small towns, medium-sized towns have pretty low cost of rental of a space. So in an optimistic scenario, after 3 years, our one restaurant could make some profits. Marketing mix. As was presented before, prices will be much more lower than competitors have. Products, Polish-oriented fast food. The ratio of coverage of restaurants in Poland for 10,000 people is much lower than it's in the Western countries. So we can still find a place for us. There is no such a business. Promotion. We'll use established brand like Tadeusz Drozda. He's like a comedian guy. He has good sense of humor. People associate him with good entertainment. We'll also use the national shows like Rancho and jak Miłość, Klan, Świat, like product placement. We'll try to place our products in those series. And place, as Vitek mentioned, towns from 50,000 up to 200,000, no city malls, because we want to keep our costs at the lowest possible level.
So as you can see, we focus on placing our restaurants around our suppliers. So our main supplier, of course, is Pyszkowszyce. That's why you see their logo on the top all the time. They're located in Radom. And we also try to find suppliers all around this area. So from Radom to Zamość to Mielce, that's where we're going to keep on target our restaurant. And later on we want to move further to the left. So we want to open 8 restaurants in the beginning. So at last our risks and limitation. It's a highly competitive market, the fast food market. People might not like the food, but that's only the people from abroad, because the Polish people will love our food. The marketing campaign may not work as planned. It's a really popular figure about the market. We might have problems with our suppliers because we don't plan to produce our products by ourselves. We want to get our meals from the suppliers all the way in the beginning. And high pressure from competition, you never know, maybe the cheeseburger will get 2 Z's after a while. And high substitute power, because you can always go to McDonald's if you don't like our food. And of course the return on investment is also a small risk, because you never know if you're going to get cash back. And events reported from the media. Like if we start up and we have bad PR from the media, people might not want to come to our restaurants. And of course change in economic and market conditions.
And still, when McDonald's will decide to decrease the price of cheeseburger to 2 zlotys and it will screw our business up, we'll still achieve our goal.
And of course this business model worked once. It's really popular in the US and it's called McDonald's.
Thank you very much.
I have a question.
Come on.
Do you really think that people are gonna like cut bułce?
Of course. So Polish, you have to, look different, because we in Warsaw might not like it, but people from the smaller towns, they have
Plus,
totally
like,
different preferences, right?
How many people do you know that order Macfish? No one. It's just an option, right? For someone who likes fish. So if someone orders Macfish, I'm sure he'll be down to eat the cat.
Especially with the kiszona kiełbasa.
Are you going to compete with Smako's truck?
No, it's not looking only in Warsaw, so...
I thought the space would be a nice...
maybe, in 5 years, when we start to go national all the way, maybe.
Because I thought about carp, and carp is a good, food.
So, are you actually planning to move your business into the capital of Poland?
Well, as I said, like in the beginning, we'll just concentrate on the smaller cities where the biggest chains didn't come yet. Like in the smaller city, maybe you have a McDonald's.
Yeah, I know, but is it because people in the big cities, you think they might not like your food, or?
I think it's not only because of that. Because in small cities, people will look at the money, Like, they care much more about how much they spend than what they eat. And I'm thinking of that. So that's why we plan to target the smaller cities in the beginning. And also, in smaller cities, people like the Polish food much more than in the bigger cities. Like, I really doubt you'll find a sushi place in Myanmar, right?
Mielce, I think.
But they do like fish by the seaside.
So aren't you afraid that if you employ all the Kazakh and Gypsy and they will steal and
Oh, come on, why do you need to go already?
It's a prejudice. Come on, I don't want this question here. Sorry.
and this will ruin the reputation of the restaurant?
But
I think we're actually doing a good deed to the economy.
They're gonna work in the kitchen.
Yeah, they will be working, they won't be stealing, right?
And who will have direct contact with customers? Who will have direct contact with customers?
Well, of course,
To już drogo. Jeszcze pytania mam jeszcze. I have another question.
I think it's something really, you should have done it. And especially, here in class, it's just, for instance, I'm offended now and I don't know whether we should continue this conversation.
Offended with
I mean, the language you use, the things you're saying with, I think it's extremely racist. That is my opinion. I don't know if, well, the others, if you're comfortable with this, I'm not comfortable with the way you're talking now about the minorities. I'm sorry. I think I cannot allow it as being a teacher here. I can't really allow it. I'm sorry.
But racist doesn't for the
I just,
the whole presentation.
no, it's not the whole presentation. It's this very particular part that I think we should really see in the discussion.
It's actually true that I read on it a couple of days ago that it's getting more and more employees from Eastern Europe.
Okay, maybe you should have used some other language. I don't know, maybe it's about the level of English, which is not I don't know, what's the reason. I'm sure that you should not use this type of language.
Okay, if anyone got offended, we would like to apologize.
Can we ask